Okay, all right, good afternoon. My name is Jason. I'm from Micas Networks. With me, we have Daniel Pfeiffer as well as Dave Driggers, going to be my co-speakers. And actually, my boss asked me to give a presentation because I've been doing this for about 5-6 times in the past, but I got lazy. I decided to invite 2 of my customers to do most of the work for me. Hope he's not here. Maybe he's hiding there somewhere. Okay, just a quick slide about Micas Networks. We're founded in 2023. That's a long time in AI world, right? And then basically, our office is in San Jose. Our manufacturing is in Penang, Malaysia. We basically deliver the end-to-end networking, open networking solutions for the AI enabling networks. So we have a full suite of products from 25G all the way up to 800G. Okay? And then some of the products that we provide, basically we have the compute infrastructure as well as the new AI infrastructure, both from the front end and the back end. Okay? Since this session is kind of short, 15 minutes, I'm not able to provide a complete product line portfolio information about the switch, but just know from 1 gig management switch all the way up to 800 gig switches. If you're interested in more information, please drop by booth number A as in Apple, number 5, okay? So with that, I'd like to invite my first speaker, Daniel Pfeiffer from Orionvm. Okay. Thank you.
All right, how's everybody doing? Yeah, this is an exciting show. It's really cool to see all the innovation that's happening here. So I'm Daniel Pfeiffer, COO and VP of Partnerships at Orionvm. And I'm going to give you, it's a short presentation, so I'm just going to give you some background on the company, what we do, a challenge we see in the market, and how our partnership with Micas and Open Switching and Sonic is helping address that. So Orionvm was founded in 2010 in Sydney, Australia. We come from the HPC space, high performance computing. We built our own distributed block storage and our own cloud, leveraging InfiniBand, though we now use Ethernet now. And we have a healthy ecosystem of resellers through North America as well as in Australia. We see a lot of distribution in the market where our partners now can take our stack and bring it to market under their own brand. It could be white labeled, and there's a lot of tech innovation there, but I don't want to spend too much time on the background there. So what we've built, we have our own cloud engine, and we have our ability to scale that up. And it's typically scaled on commodity hardware, and then we bring that to our partners, and then we have them put their solutions on top of it. And we're seeing with the demand for AI now, there's a need for high performance infrastructure, large GPU clusters, and we're able to now be an ideal hosting environment for that. And then we typically will partner with third-party data centers. We're seeing a lot of activity in the mid-market, in the emerging markets for those data centers, and there is a need for AI infrastructure hubs to be built for them. But that need also then engenders huge demands on the data center in terms of the power, capacity, density, as well as the space and the cooling. Yeah, so with that challenge, we see, we like to think of there's a way of optimizing the stack, and we think of it from the dirt to the API. So you've got the data center level, and you have everything you need to do for the power density and building an efficient solution, and then the orchestration, the virtualization, and then the applications that go on top. But it's critical to optimize that stack fully so the demand for these AI applications can be serviced. Yeah, and then with Open Switching and Sonic, obviously now it really opens up what's able to be done with the hardware and the cost and the savings. Supply chain becomes now, it really opens that up. It gives partners now ability to procure from various vendors. The cost efficiencies that portrays as well then becomes very compelling. And then we have also the innovation that brings to the market. And shout out to Micas. We're very excited to work with them. They've been very collaborative, and they're helping us underpin these solutions and bring them to market. Yeah, so the demand for AI infrastructure is really booming, and what we're doing now is foundational, and it's going to set the tone and be the underpinnings for the future. It's pretty exciting what the solutions can be built, and there's a lot of innovation happening. With great power comes great responsibility too. So I might be a little cliche, but I'd like to leave you with that thought, and thank you very much.
So next, I'd like to invite the founder and CTO of Cirrascale Cloud Services, Mr. Dave Driggers. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave.
Hello, so I'm David Driggers. I'm the CTO and founder of Cirrascale Cloud. We are a boutique cloud provider that really focuses on large-scale problems, either scale up, scale out, or ideally scale up and out. We have a long history in being this business. We actually started as a hardware manufacturer. We designed the world's first 8 GPU server, working with NVIDIA, working with Supermicro, 2 to 3 years before anybody else. And when this was a time when people said, who would ever need an 8 GPU server? And now guess what? Everybody uses an 8 GPU server or bigger. We've been doing this for a long time. We pivoted to being a cloud service provider and have worked with some of the luminaries of the market, including one everybody knows, OpenAI. We handled them when they were less than 10 people, all the way to Microsoft giving them $1 billion. So we build big platforms. We're a big believer that innovation's always happening, and not just with one company. So we do support all the major vendors out there, both from pure startups that are unicorns all the way to the biggest, NVIDIA, to AMD and Qualcomm, who are now getting into this space. We've recently deployed, what we've found is that as you start moving away from purely InfiniBand, you're going to be moving towards open architectures, one of which is we've got to embrace Rocky, we've got to go with high-speed Ethernet. We did a recent deployment with AMD, Supermicro, and Micas. It was over 1,000 MI250 GPUs, leveraging Tomahawk 4 as well as the Thor interconnects. We're very much focused on trying to optimize cost and performance, which means we're not trying to do it the easy button way, we're trying to do it the right way. So we use a mixture of DACs plus active copper cables plus fiber where it's necessary. We always want to stay as simple, as readily available, and as cost effective, and frankly faster. So we like DACs when we can use DACs, but we'll use the others when we have to. With AMD versus NVIDIA, we also have to be able to embrace fat tree versus rail optimized. And so understanding how you design that and then having the collaboration between Micas, between Broadcom, between AMD, because it's not like it's a one-stop shop like with NVIDIA. You actually have to have a collaborative environment when you're working outside of the pure NVIDIA CUDA relationship. We've got a current deployment going in right now with AMD, Lenovo, and again, Micas. This is going to be over 1,000 MI300s, got a typo there. Also still using Rocky, very large single training and inferencing cluster. Same thing there, we're going to be trying to use a mixture of the cable connections, but we're also moving to the Thor 2 networks, the Thor 2 interconnects. This one will start out as a fat tree. We'll move to rail optimize as it evolves, and the operating systems and the applications need rail versus fat tree. Our next big deployment is going to be another 1,000 plus MI300 deployment. This will be using the Tomahawk 5s, again Broadcom Thor 2s, and this one will be definitely focused heavily on more of an enterprise SONiC from Broadcom, because we're looking to really wring every bit of the performance out of the platform. Now, as one little point, we are focusing on 400 gig copper cabling versus 800 gig splitters. One simple reason why: we don't like that in a rail optimized configuration, one cable affects 2 servers. I like one cable affecting one server. So we're really looking at 400 to 400. Also, as of right now, 400 gig cabling is readily available. Lots of different manufacturers. There's multiples here at the show. 800 gig is still more boutique. So if we can leverage 400 gig, we're always going to focus on 400 gig, at least at this juncture. As we move up to the next generation, we'll start looking at 800 gig there. But in general, we always look at every single bit of the cost, also the service and maintenance. And when you're talking a cluster, taking off 2 nodes because one node's failing is a major failure. So we are a bare metal platform. We handle all the DevOps, all the infra ops for our clients. We handle everything from soup to nuts from the networking, both the front end as well as the back end. And then the other thing we do is we're different from most of the hyperscalers in that we offer a hybrid/private solution. So customers can actually buy some of the equipment if they want to. If they want to own the storage, they want to own the servers, they want to own the networking. If they want to own a particular portion of that, we're not your standard cloud provider that says you got to get everything from us as a cloud service. Thanks, guys.